The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes ready to get this thing started and open the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So USC's offense will start this game off. There he is, the man who makes everything go. They're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Running back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Small. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after that completion. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal.
Exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. So Ohio State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have locked down corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Give to the running back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the point after is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will... 45-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The back goes in motion. To the air, it's Small. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. They'll go to the counter. Nice move to pick up yardage. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots. All game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He looks that one in nicely. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. He's knocked down. Lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess. Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
On third down, going up top. Pressure coming. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And with that... So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. To the air. It's small. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Looking for a block. It's Rhodes. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Looking to go up top on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Getting some heat. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up field.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On the ground, it's Huff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return, it's Rhodes. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, there in the shadows of the Hollywood sign, you've been watching quite a drama of your own. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that...
Was completed.
Positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying the left side. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Might as well give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards.
They showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll try to run for it. Runs through a tackle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, 4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for a 4th and inches every single time.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the... Lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what's in him. What a play by the defensive end.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Now they're going to throw it. It's complete to the right. Stopped after making the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Rhodes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback extends the play. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here.
All kinds of running room. Past the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
First down to start the drive after the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Keeps looking downfield. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you can see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's fourth down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He caught it! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. Quick handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run.
The 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 4 over Georgia State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football match.
Downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Lots of green grass as he gets into the 31. And the Trojans will hustle to the line.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least...
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Dropping back, it's Small. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up what he can and then slides. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. Putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. Get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Buckeyes will keep this drive going. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Trying to create some confusion. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to pass. It's Whitaker. Throws for the tight end. Lost, the defense is wide open. All by himself down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And, you know, late in the game.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And guys, USC has... sending the offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And he intercepts it. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38. Excellent field position here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, or when they get hurried, or when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Got a man. Open space at the 25. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. They move the tight end all over. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
He's got an open man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Looking downfield, it's Whitaker. Coming after him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack.